There is no life in America. There is no life. We are not living here. We are just existing. How can a normal human being work from Monday to Monday just to pay bills? And some people even have like 2 to 3 jobs just to pay bills. We don't sleep here in America. We only nap. I can't remember the last time I slept 8 hours straight. No. 2 hours, 3 hours. At most 5 hours. There's no life here. You don't even have time to sit down and eat as a normal human being. No. You don't have that luxury time. You go to drive-thru, order your food, drive, pick your food, bring your food in your car and eat while you drive to work. Is that a life? Out of 365 days of the year, you only have 14 days for yourself to go to vacation. I know what some people do when they go vacation. They wear different clothes, go to different backgrounds, take pictures, and when they come back every week, they dish out these pictures. And you back home, you think, oh, this person is living. Look at where he's taking pictures. Look at him. But it's all fake life.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl Amy, and today we are diving into a conversation that's been gaining a lot of attention. We are talking about Africans who moved to America only to find out that the American dream might not be what they thought. And we've had many stories of people leaving their home countries hoping for better opportunities in the US. But what happens when they get there and realize that life isn't as glamorous as they imagined? In fact, some are saying they'd rather go back home because life in America is just existing, not living. And there's this one video that really stood out to me of a woman who didn't move to America because she was chasing money or better opportunities. Well, she said she moved there because of love. And probably I think her husband is white, not sure about that, but she had to relocate. But now she's breaking down, saying that if she had the chance, she'd leave immediately and go back to Africa because life there has life and purpose. And she's not alone. Anyway, before I say a lot, let's take a look at some of these videos. Then I'll be back to break it all down and we can have a conversation.
Here's a message to all the Africans who want to move to the U.S. America is not what you think it is. If you choose to get a black woman, you need to stick with a black woman that came from Africa, or you need to bring a woman from Africa here. Do not think that you're going to get the same godly treatment from the black woman that's raised here in America, the descendants of slaves, that you got on the African continent. You need to keep a tight community with the other Africans who moved over here, because the black community that's here and was here for the past 400 years is divided. It is not love in the black community in America like it is in Africa. Most of our kids are reading on a 5th and 6th grade reading level. They are losing their early as elementary, middle, and most of them early high school. We don't believe in marriage. Our women have a 24% marriage rate. These are things you got to think about here. Another thing, when you get here, you got to work like your ass in captivity, so you better be ready. All you can think about is work, get home, go to sleep, send your kids to school to get indoctrinated by the white man, and then work again. These are just a couple things you got to think about when you come to America.
African people, you are not alone. You're not alone. No one talks about how lonely it can be living in America. It feels like all you do is work. There's millions of other African immigrants that are experiencing the same exact thing, that are looking for community. Come hang out with us on live. This is not the African community you're used to. We don't tear each other down. There's no fighting. There's no nonsense like that. There's no drama. Maybe a little bit of drama. We're live every day, Monday through Saturday, 7 p.m. Central Time. It's always a good time.
Guys, don't allow people to lie to you and tell you that, no, if you move abroad, life is going to be easy. Like literally, people paint this false picture that automatically when you move abroad, just 1 month, you'll be having something like $6,000 or 6,000 euros in your account. That is not true. Like literally before I moved abroad, I literally thought that life abroad is easy. I thought that it's easy to get money. It's easy. But to be honest with you, that's literally like the opposite. It's literally the opposite. Yes, opportunities are there, right? And it's easy to make money, but not saying, Guti, you just go around and you'll be picking money. No, that's not the case. You have to work for the money that you have. Do that in all honest truth. People that move abroad or people that stay abroad, if you ask most of them, they will tell you that they're not surviving on only one job. They will tell you that they've got their main job and they also have other piece jobs or probably jobs that they do whenever they knock off from work. So don't let people lie to you and sell you this false vision or false picture that no, if you move abroad, life is going to be smooth. In a matter of 3 months, you'll be owning a car, you'll be owning a house with the high taxes. Like literally with the high taxes, you guys. I'm not discouraging anyone and saying, Guti, moving abroad is not a good decision. No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, before you move abroad, be mentally prepared to work. Because people abroad, they work. People abroad, you guys, they do not sleep. Like, trust me, they work for their money.
If you're there fasting and praying to come to America, I think I would say you scroll because this video is not for you. But I think I would say stay and listen so that when you're praying, you also know. It's good to pray with understanding, right? And the people who are like, oh, you should stop discouraging people and stuff like that, please, it's not today. Don't start today. Don't start with me. I need to rant. So it's officially one year in America. I don't want to cry. I miss my life home. Yeah. If I was given the opportunity right now, I'll pick my life back home without thinking twice. Ever since I got here, I have just been thinking so much, and I'm like, I had things going on for me. Life was good. So I've been thinking from time to time, I'll just sit and think. All the projects I had back home, all the things I was doing. I'm not a lazy person. I consider myself a very hardworking woman. And so I had life going on for myself. So let me give you a backstory. I moved here not necessarily to look for greener pastures, but because I met a man that I fell in love with, and he happens to be from here and live here. And because of everything we've been told by the media about America and how great this place is, how this is the land of milk and honey, I thought it's only wise, and I'm also very traditional, so I thought it's only wise for me to follow my husband and live where he lives. My husband has been here for some time. He has lived outside the US. He's lived in Germany. He's lived in Iran or Iraq. I think Iraq. He's a veteran. So he has always been mentioning here and there about, how difficult life is here, like just the challenges that are in this country. But I never listened. Like I used to listen to him with this ear and it would leave with the other ear. You know how Africans we are, like, based on what we've been told. So I was like, this man doesn't want me to enjoy the American dream. But he has time without number expressed his dissatisfaction about this place. He doesn't even want to retire in this country. And if he was given the opportunity as well, like right now, he would also choose to leave. So anyway, I didn't come to America for greener pastures, like I was saying. Even before I met him, I had a good life back home. I had a stable job. I had opportunities. I was happy. I was enjoying food. I was enjoying the warm community. I was enjoying the good weather. I could travel Every weekend, I was on the road just traveling. As a corporate person or being in corporate, having 21 days off, annual leave every year. By the time it got to December, I never had any leave left. I was that outgoing, and I really loved my life back home.
First, let's start with the African woman who's crying about life in America. Well, her story is really different from the typical immigrant experience because she didn't move to the US to chase a better financial future. She said she was already doing fine in Africa and she simply followed her husband, as many women do when they marry someone from another country. But now she's saying that America is nothing like she expected, and it's not even about money, it's about the quality of life. And she's saying that in Africa, people actually live and there's community, there's culture, there's a sense of belonging, but in Africa, people are just working non-stop and it's like life is passing them by. And quite honestly, I've heard a lot of Africans who have moved to the US talking about how the work culture is exhausting. You wake up, go to work, come home, sleep, and repeat. Like there's no time for social life, no time for personal growth, and no really sense of happiness. And for some people, it makes them question if this is all worth it. And the issue is, you find that the idea of the American dream that has been sold to us for so long, the idea that if you move to the US, you'll automatically have a better life, more money, more opportunities, more success. But the reality is, it's not always that simple. And so many people in these videos are saying it's not that simple. You just don't come here and automatically get everything in a short span. No, it doesn't work like that. And you find that many Africans get to America and realize that life there is hard. It's work, bills never stop, stress never stops. And for some, it gets to a point where they start questioning. And again, let's not even talk about loneliness. A lot of people leave behind strong family bonds, friendships, a sense of community, only to end up feeling isolated in a place where everyone is just minding their own business. That alone can be a huge mental and emotional struggle. But here's the thing, if you're not comfortable where you are, maybe it's time to rethink things. There's nothing wrong with choosing peace over struggle. If you're going back home will bring you happiness, then why not? And of course, it's not always that easy. Some of these people have children, they have partners, they've built a life in America, and going back isn't about packing a suitcase, it's about making a huge sacrifice. But sometimes starting over is a gift, because at the end of the day, what really matters? Money, status, or just peace of mind? So, to anyone struggling with this decision, just know you don't have to stay somewhere just because the world told you it was the best place to be. Sometimes the best place is where you feel at home. Anyway, that was just my opinion. I'm open to listening to yours. So let's talk about it in the comments. Drop your thoughts and let me hear them. And let's talk about this discussion. And guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more trending stories. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.